Yes, we can. Yes, we can. This is Andre Porter, representative for Speaker TV. Speaker TV, where we encourage you to speak your greatness into existence. I want to welcome you to 2020. This is the first show of the year. I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited. It's a blessing to know that we're alive. It's a blessing to know that we're here in 2020. I'm wishing nothing but greatness to you. Health, wealth, prosperity, success, love, happiness, and peace. We have a wonderful show lined up for you today. As you can see on the screen, the question is right there. What do you think? I want you to like, I want you to share, I want you to comment. I want you to share your views and opinions, because your views and opinions may help another woman who has been going through the same thing to find therapy, to find peace, to find that awakening call to help her towards enlightenment. I'll be speaking to a few ladies today, and without no further ado, I'm gonna call Naira. Let's call Naira first. Let's get Naira on the line. Let's see what Naira has to say about this situation. Yeah, this is Speaker TV podcast. This is the Speak Up segment, all right? We call this one the Speak Up every Friday. On Wednesdays, it's a Speaker TV book club at 7 p.m. And on Mondays, they're dropping you short. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to 2020. You're the first call on the show for 2020.
Yes.
Wow. So let me ask you this. Before we even get into the story and everything, we have a beautiful picture of you up on the screen and everything. Everybody, that's Naira from Speaker TV podcast group. Naira, how are you feeling about 2020 so far?
Well, I'm feeling real good about 2020. I have great ambitions about it and expectations. Just a lot of positivity going on.
Ooh, I like that positivity. I'm all about positivity. All right, tell me this first before we get into the story. What is your main goal to accomplish for 2020?
So my main goal is to step further into my what I am destined to do. Open up a business and just live my best life.
Wow, I like that. I am speaking your greatness into existence.
Thank you.
So let's get down to business. So I posted this question in the Facebook group, Speaker TV podcast, and I was happy that you reached out and said, Andre, I'd love to share my views and opinions. So the question is, if a woman admits, right, that every man that she's been with has dated, that she's dated is cheating her, is she to be blamed? What are your thoughts?
So, I don't think that she is consciously doing it, because everybody has a type. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't like to come out their comfort zone. We all like to get comfortable, and that marks for non-change. So when you're comfortable with a type of guy, it seems like that you attract all that energy. Life is about energy.
And I like where you're going.
Yeah, so when you have a certain energy about yourself, you kind of attract energy in that likeness. Because, they say birds of a feather flock together.
Amen. Preach. I
don't want to get too preachy today, but but yeah, so the energy says it all. And I don't think she's to blame, but I think she needs to reevaluate herself and her situation.
Wow.
And a lot of times we want to point the finger and blame others when we should, we should step back and look at what we are doing or what is it we haven't healed from that's calling this energy into us.
Well, I definitely agree with you. And speaking on the topic of preaching, the Bible does say, let he or she who is without sin cast the first stone. And none of us are
Right,
perfect. So I do get
right.
where you're coming from. But let's say that we have a friend named Marcia. And Marcia is
hmm
in a similar predicament. What advice would you have for Marcia in this predicament?
Well, all depends because we're talking in general. So if we're attracting good energy, I tell Marcia to keep it up. But if we're attracting
I like that.
if we're talking bad energy, I would just tell Marcia to take time to be by herself, to be with God, to pray, to find, you know, what is it that is broken? Because a lot of
Mm,
times we keep going forward and we haven't fixed things that's been disconnected within us. You know what I
wow.
mean? So if we try to backtrack, just like if we lost keys, if we try to remember and backtrack where it is that we actually took that wrong turn or what happened that um, caused, because everything is about cause and effect as
True,
well.
true, true.
So, you know, we have to look over our blueprints and paperwork to see what have I done and what could I have done better so that I don't revisit this again. Because life is that. If you don't fix it, you will repeat it. Into, just like school. They said life is school of hard knocks. If you don't pass that class, you're bound to repeat it.
Wow, I like that. I like that. I like. Oh, Nara, you just dropping dimes all over the place. I like it. I
Well,
like
I'm
it.
so glad. I'm so glad that I could be such a positive energy in this conversation.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So let me ask you this. What words of advice do you have for women who, have caught themselves in a similar situation? And like we're saying, we're not blaming the woman, we're not blaming the man, we're blaming it on energy. What advice do you have?
So I would say just, we can't change the past. We only can go forward in the future.
Mhm.
So just try to practice more positive energy. Um, is we're all allowed to change our minds. Don't let everybody say, "Oh, well, you're in that now, so you can't." No, if it's not serving you any purpose, get rid of it, get out of it, and move forward from that. Get therapy. Mental health is very important. Very important. I'm a very important
Mm,
advocate of
I like that.
getting help. Get that help you need. It don't mean you crazy because I'm gonna let the secret out of the bag. Even therapists and psychiatrists have somebody they talk to.
Very true,
Okay.
very true, very true.
So it is not strange. You're not crazy. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Wow, wow, wow. Well said, well said, well said. Thank you, Naira. Thank you very, very much for
You're
taking the time out to share
welcome.
your views and opinions with me. Any final words of advice you want to give out there? Any positive words in general for everybody that's, want to speak some greatness into existence?
Well, yes, just keep, praying, pray to the Most High God. Keep positive energy, keep positive thoughts, positive affirmations. You know, if you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. So
Wow.
just try to stay positive and believe. And if, each day it's not, going to be easy, but fight through it, press through it. Even diamonds go through pressure. Remember that.
Ooh.
You'll be beautiful. You get it.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for having me. I have to run.
Thank you, Naira. Thank you very, very much. And have yourself a beautiful 2020, princess.
You too, King.
Uh,
Thank you.
all right, Naira. Have yourself a beautiful day. Wow, that was Naira right there. That was Naira. This is Andre Porter, representing for Speaker TV. Speaker TV, where we encourage you to speak your greatness into existence. We're gonna get ready for a second call. And right now, we're going to be speaking next is Crystal. All right. So let me see if we can get Crystal on the line right now and hear what Crystal has to say about this particular situation. Remember, I want you to like, I want you to share, I want you to comment. Your thoughts and experiences may help to motivate somebody else and become therapy for them, all right? Hello, Crystal, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Happy New Year, Happy 2020.
Happy New Year to you too.
Hi, good morning. How's your day been so far? How's your 2020 been so far?
It's been nothing short of amazing. I'm happy, I'm free.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Ooh, I like all the ladies is just sprinkling all positivity over Speak It TV. We're going to be speaking some greatness into existence. Before we get into the topic, Crystal, let me ask you this. What is your main goal for 2020? The main thing that you want to accomplish for 2020?
My main goal for 2020 is to travel more. I traveled a lot. I traveled a lot during last year, and I made it a reason for me to travel and not travel to places everyone goes. Like everyone goes to Jamaica, everyone goes to Atlanta, to Vegas. I'm going to already planned a trip. I'm going to Denver, Colorado, and not because of what everyone goes there for now, but I'm going to. I'm going to Wyoming. I'm going to Iowa. Like I'm going to states because the United States is really big, but people only limit themselves to what the popular and what is always popular places to go visit.
Agreed.
So this year I'm going to places that people do not think of Black people going to. South Dakota, Iowa, Wyoming, and Denver are all on. And not Denver, Colorado. I think I'm going to. It's a little. No, I think it's called. I think it's Cheyenne. I think I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I'm going to that. The Midwest is what I'm traveling all of 2020.
Wow, I like that. I like that. I like that. We speaking your greatness into existence for 2020, safe travels and all those trips, and we looking forward to just pure blessings and pure greatness over your life in 2020. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business, Miss Crystal. So we posted this meme in the group, and it seems to be getting a lot of response, generating a lot of energy. If a woman says every man she's dated has cheated on her, is she to be blamed? What are your thoughts and opinions on that?
That question is really popular when it comes to the relationship circles and there's the old adage that all men cheat, and that I myself was one of those women who felt like all men cheated, only because that's what my grandma said, that's what my friend circle said. But I believe now, being a woman and being in relationships and having friends in relationships, I think that if a woman says that every man she's ever dated has cheated on her, it's a time for her to look at herself. Because we all attract a certain type of person, we all attracted to a certain type of car, a certain type of smell, a certain type of clothes, and that also includes to people. And I think that for our women who believe that, who think that, they really need to look at themselves to see why is that type of person attracted to her, and she can really see that the type of person that's attracted to her, they all have a similarity. Either they were all from a broken home, or they all share this similar type of ideas as far as how a relationship is supposed to go. We're dealing with a lot of trauma in our community. We're dealing with a lot of broken, and men for themselves really don't try to go to counseling or speak about their broken pieces.
Very true.
So they just carry that on into the next relationship. And, women, we're givers. We're givers by nature. We're nurturers by nature. And men, not saying that men can't be givers, but men are also hunters. They're also takers. So a taker will always spot a giver before a giver will spot a taker. And not so much that he's in it for the wrong reasons, is that he sees this person and he sees in her what's missing in him. The nurturing, either he missed nurturing, coming up. He's missed the softness. He's missed, taking responsibility for his actions, and he sees this person as someone who can give him what he needs. And then she herself looks at that person, looks at that individual as someone that she can help. Like, oh, he's so nice, he's so sweet.
Wow.
Not really thinking that why is he so nice and why is he so sweet? And when things go all awry, there's always the same thing that happens too. Oh, I'm sorry. He says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I don't know what I was doing.
Wow.
And my grandfather told me that if you do not know why you're doing something, you're going to do it again. So that's my take on it. Really, as men too, the men also need to look at themselves too. Why do you keep cheating in every relationship? What is missing? Not from that person, but from you. Because a lot of times when we go into these relationships, instead of thinking that, oh, this person for me, they go into the relationship like, how can I fix this person? Or this person is good, but I can do something more with them. You know what I mean? Like, I can fix her up. I can take her. I can give her things that she's never had. Same thing with women. I can take them to a different barber. I can put them in these nice clothes. I can do all these things instead of accepting that person how he is and really getting to know that person deeply.
Wow. You dropping some dimes. Let me ask you this before I go any further. Do you know Naira?
Naira? No, I do not.
Wow. I asked you if you know Naira because Naira was her first caller, and basically, you're both saying the same things in your own ways. And I applaud that. I applaud that because, and I hope a lot of men are listening to this interview. And ladies, if you're home with your man, you can play it with him, or you can listen to the interview yourself. Make sure you comment. And then when your man comes, you just say, honey, you know what? I want you to listen to this interview with me, because it will help both parties to have a deeper understanding of what they're into. I have a terminology. I call it a one-wing plane, right? And just as you said a while ago, you will see someone and, you see all the attributes that maybe they don't even see in themselves. All the good things, and you try to nurture that and bring that out that person. But if that person is like a one-wing plane, where if you put in a new engine, the most beautiful air hostess, the best pilot, that plane is never going to fly. You get what I'm saying? Because it only has one wing, No, there's a next saying that says the grass is greener, always greener on the other side. That's why, men and women cheat. But I personally believe that if you have your grass and said, you know what, I'm going to invest the time and energy it takes to water my grass and put some fertilizer in it and cure my grass and take care of my grass, your grass can become greener than everybody else's grass that you're lusting after. But, I don't know. I guess people are just greedy nowadays. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I believe that people are greedy. They do see the grass is green on the other side, but they don't want to pay the water bill. They do not want to do the work. They do not want to do the work. They feel as if when they get into these relationships with a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, that it's all a fairy tale. Like, oh, we're together now. Everything is supposed to be, roses, and you're supposed to, there's this unspoken language as far as you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. And when it doesn't come to play, that's because there's a lack of communication. No one has sat down and talked about their own roles in their own relationship. They go into these relationships on what society dictates, and what their circle also dictates as far as how their relationship is going to go and should go. And when I say that, no one
and social media.
Oh yes, social media plays a huge role, especially with this new generation. It plays a huge role in relationships. And when I say no one wants to do the work, that's male and female. Women don't want to. There's always a double stigma when it comes to men and women dating, and men and women in a marriage, in relationships. So a woman cannot date more than one man without being called a hoe, without being called out of her name. You know, she's called fast, or or she's out for something. Whereas a man can date multiple men, men
Oh
and
no,
women.
no,
Sorry.
no, no, no,
Men can men can date multiple women.
Okay, it's corrected. Okay,
It's corrected. Men can date multiple women, and they're seen as virile and a stud, and and a good player, right? And whereas he's just feeling and testing the market, and a woman, she doesn't get that same luxury where she can feel and test the market to say, hey, that's man for me. It's more like if you and I start dating, and all of a sudden, in my eyes, we're item, and your eyes like, hey, it was just a dinner, it was just lunch, it's nothing serious.
You just hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. If we're dating,
right.
And that was the magic part of the question that was posted. If they're dating, no, let's turn the conversation a little. No, let's say we're dating, right? As proposing the question, right? And I cheat on you. Is it still considered cheating while we're still just dating and not in a relationship?
Well, see, that's a for me, that's a double-sworded question. only because what I just stated previously about the double standard when it comes to men dating and women dating. Now, and communication. If you and I agree that, hey, we're dating, and it's clear that you and I are dating other people, then no, it's not you cheating because we're dating other people. Now, if we haven't had a conversation about our dating or our relationship, and I just assume that we're monogamous, and now because you took me out, you're my man. See, no one talks about that part of it. As far as when you say he cheated, were y'all in a relationship? With y'all in a relationship, he wasn't cheating. However, I say again, if a woman starts seeing another man and she's dating this other man, then she's looked at something. She's looked down at because she's dating multiple men.
That's very, very true, and I look at it that way, and I mean, okay, all right, look at it this way, right, Princess? Okay, again, we're gonna use ourselves as example, right?
Yeah.
So you and I are dating, right? And of course, we've not made any decision that, okay, we're steady, we're a relationship, we're an item. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're still dating Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Joe, and Marcus, and Kevin is in your inbox, and all that good stuff. First and foremost, you're never going to be able to say, tune into what my energy, what I'm bringing to the table, because you're so busy picking up too many other frequencies, right? No, out of the 7 of us that are dating or courting you, as you say, maybe 2 people are serious about you. But you're never going to be able to pick out which 2 of them are serious because all 7 of us are saying the same thing. Everybody's spitting the same game. You get what I'm saying? No, at the end of the day, when you're finished dating these all 7 and everything, and you realize like 5 of them were wasting your time. One of the 2 that are serious have already moved on because he realized that, okay, you don't really want anything. You know what I mean? And a man that wants to settle down with you and say, make you his queen, he's not going to respect you knowing that everybody else has access to you. No, it's a different. So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think, again, it comes down to communication. If I am dating several men, and dating, we're not talking sex, we're not talking romantic, I'm just dating to one, get to know me and what it is that I like, because there's so much out there that confuses, your own narrative. And if I'm not communicating to the 7 people that I'm dating, hey, listen, I'm dating 7 guys, nothing serious. I don't want to settle down. I don't want kids at the moment. I don't want anything exclusive. And no, I'm not having sex with any of them.
But none of them are going to believe you. None of them are going to believe you, hon.
Right, and that's the double standard.
Let's turn the tables a second. If I say to you, I'm dating 7 other women or 6 other women, you mate number 7, and we're not having sex with any of them, would you believe me? Honestly,
I would.
Okay.
I would, because I don't see. Okay, again, I don't feel like, and I must be this unicorn. I don't believe that there's no reason. I don't believe there's any.
She is funny.
I do not believe that there's a reason for you to lie to someone.
But
There's no reason.
it's what society is lived by. It's not a matter of integrity, or that is what society is living by. Like if you say to a woman, no, oh, I'm single, I'm not dating anybody, she's gonna be like, oh, you lying.
Exactly.
Same way with the man, so it's, I don't know, how do we fix this though? How do we get over this, where we get back to the trust, we get back to communication, we get back to asking important questions in the beginning of the relationship, instead of using the time to just lust to the sex? Because I think also that is a very detrimental part of relationships. People don't take the time out, like you said, to ask the important questions in the beginning of a relationship. It's all about the sex. And after 2 or 3 months, when this great, welcome, mind-blowing sex is worn off, there's no substance to the relationship. There's no communication, or plans
Right.
of building a future. So it's like, okay, the sex is good, but we got bills to pay. I got dreams, I got things I want to pursue. What's up with you? You're like, yo, we got 15 more minutes. You want to do the next doggy style? I put my neck over my back for you again. They're like, okay, I'm tired of that trick right now. So
Right.
how
I think how do we get back? It's going to is again, it's going to take work, and possibly the work that people don't want to do is called communication. We have to turn down the social media and understand that that's just for entertainment purposes. No one lives like that on social media at all, period. Everyone posts their successes. No one posts their failures. No one posts their down. Everyone is so happy on social media. I want to live there. And we have to take out all of the negative connotations when it comes to communicating and talking about sex with in relationships, out relationships, and being honest. I mean, that's the only way we're going to be able to bring everything back to where dating. When my grandmother was dating, and when she talked to me about dating, she said she was dating 3 men. One in the front door, one at the back door, and one at the side window.
What, Granny?
And there was yes, and there was no sex involved. One took her to the juke joint. One took her to picnics. Every man brought something else different to the table. She didn't marry any of them, but again, during my grandmother's time, the time was totally different, and everything wasn't so sexual. Like kids today can't even be kids without sex being involved in it.
Right.
They can't lick a lollipop. Girls can't wear shorts. Boys can't eat a banana. And I feel like we need to take everything out of what society is stipulating for us, because it's not working. Is making us, for me, it's making us more volatile. It's making us more desensitized to violence and desensitized to sex.
Wow.
When you said, hey, yeah, we just had sex, and then we got bills to pay. There's, you want to go to the movies? Oh no, let's have sex again, because we're so desensitized. But sex now isn't even meaningful.
Right.
Especially when you have I don't think there's any song out today that's on the radio that doesn't have sex in it. As far as R&B,
very, very true. There's no more R&B. The last love song I heard was I was like, hey, what's up, hello, seen your pretty faces, you look over the door. That's what love songs that come down to. But Crystal, I thank you very, very much for taking the time out to share your views and opinions with me. That was a very great conversation. Let me ask you this before we go. Is there any word of advice that you have for male and females out there who are looking for love but keep making the same mistakes?
The word of advice that I would give to them is to be honest with yourself. When you be honest with yourself, you can be honest with others.
Wow. I like that. This is Andre Porter, representative for Speak It TV. Speak It TV, where we encourage you to speak your greatness into existence. Crystal, again, I want to thank you very, very much for your time, and I'm wishing you nothing but greatness. And enjoy your travels, Princess. Enjoy your travels, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Have yourself a great day.
You too.
Wow, that was Crystal right there, dropping some gems. We got one more caller to go. Next, we're gonna be speaking to Miss Sandra. Yeah, Sandra got something to say too. This is our final call. It's a great conversation. I hope you be commenting and let us know what are your thoughts. I want you to make sure that you motivate somebody else, you know what I mean? Because your courage may be what somebody else is missing. You know what I mean? So make sure you comment, make sure you share this, because you never know who else is out there is going through similar something and need to hear this, alright? We're trying to get Miss Sandra on the line. Oh my God, it's been a beautiful conversation. I like it. Hello, Sandra, are you there?
I am here. Good morning, Mr. Porter.
Good morning, Sandra. How are you? Happy 2020.
Same to you and the Speak It TV family.
Thank you so much. So, Sandra, before we get into the conversation and all that, you know, I asked the two previous callers, what is your main goal to accomplish for 2020?
Stop procrastinate. I have so much things that I want to achieve, but I'm always holding back for some reason. I don't know. You already know my intention was to write a book,
right?
And Life in America, when you got here for the very first time, and about my whole life in general.
Well, you know, we definitely got to link up, you know, I mean, it's 2020, let's make it happen, you know, we're speaking greatness into existence for this year, so let's make it happen, Sandra, let's make it happen. So, let's get straight to business. We posted a question. If a woman says, every man, you on speakerphone?
Yeah, I am.
All right, turn off the speakerphone, baby, because I get some feedback. I want to hear nice and clear.
Okay, shoot.
All right. So if a woman says every man she's dated has cheated on her, is she to be blamed? What are your thoughts?
Not really, because the problem is this: if a man don't want to be kept, there's nothing in this world that you can do to keep that man.
Hold up. Before you even say another word, explain that. What do you mean by if a man doesn't want to be kept, there's nothing in this world that you can do to keep that man? What do you mean by that?
If that person, that man who must want to be settled with that individual, you cannot force him to do it. It begins with you, even for a woman. If she does not want to settle down, right? There's nothing in this world I can do for that person or individual to stay one place. They want to go sell their royal oats. They want to go out there, go get different experience. You understand? So I say that to say this. If I'm to like do everything that a woman's supposed to do to stand by her man, and him no want to stay there, so no matter what you do, him want out they got experience chicken and oxtail, you're doing fish every day, yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Woo!
until him decides, say, okay, I ate that, me done with it, me I go settle down. You understand? And maybe when him settle down, him not even get a good woman. Same thing for the woman.
I like how you turn the tables.
No, but it's true. You have to split justice. It's not only for the man, it's also for the woman. right? It's just that you could have do split, turn upside down, cook the best food, do everything for one man. If him no want stay, him not gonna stay. Him if he want it for him. You cannot force somebody to change. That person, them if you want change for themselves, changes for themselves. You
That,
ever hear the saying you can carry the goat the water, but you can't force him to drink the
yeah,
water?
you can carry the donkey to the well, but you can't force them for drink. I do agree with you wholeheartedly. I do agree with you. But I guess the problem would be
All right, I'm gonna give
how
you.
do you know the red flags are? How do you know the signs?
I'm gonna give you a scenario, right?
Okay,
For me, and speaking about experience that I've been through, I'm
okay,
a mother of 7 and 3 grandchildren, and I've never ever lived with a man before. Never. You know
wow.
why? And it's not nobody's fault but mine, because I have grown up to see my mother live with a man and she was abused,
Wow,
right?
that's
And
bad.
right, she was abused, and when she get they let them turn around on me.
Wow.
She take it out on me for some simple reason, no reason. I was a bad
Wait, wait, wait,
child.
wait, wait, wait,
I
wait,
was
wait,
afraid of my mother.
wait. Hold on. Make pause right this a little bit, cause
Hmm.
may I try to get this clear. So, what were you saying that the guy that your mom was living with at the time was abusing your mom, and in return, after
She abused me,
wow, that's sad.
right? So I always have the fear that as a child, say if me live with one man and that ever happen, and for me not take them bullshit. Me not take it. Yeah, understand? Me woulda kill somebody.
So let me ask you this: how did that affect you mentally? Before you
Well,
got into relationships.
wholeheartedly, it affect me because me always remember about it, right? But non grown, I'm growing as someone know me, make bygones with bygones, but me still have my guards up
Right, right.
regarding to that. You understand? Me just always tell myself, grown, so me not gonna live with none because if I that it take to live with one, it's not gonna happen.
But them say for see me and for live with me are two different
Like
things. So
two different thing, right?
so what are you
So
gonna do when you meet that Mr. Right who just sweeps you off your feet and he says, honey, it doesn't make any sense. I'm paying rent over here and you're paying rent over there, so come live with me. How is that gonna work?
uh, well, we will let nature take its course. We will see.
I like that. I like that. I
We
like
have to
that.
put everything before God. God in the midst of the relationship, not me, the person, and a third party. No, not even one counselor. Because everything you have to do, you have to put God in the midst of it.
Amen. 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 Amen.
And
Amen.
then no relationship always built on honesty, trust, and communication. Communication is one of the number one key.
Well, I agree with you. And Crystal and Nairo was saying the same thing. So you're definitely on point with that. But let me ask you this question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you think would be the best thing for people who are looking for serious relationships? So what would be the best way to go about doing that?
I mean, but just because you look for a serious relationship, every jack will come, show yourself at them. You have to make things flow naturally. It
Mm,
will happen eventually. You will know, you will see the difference. Right, because this is it. If a man want you, me not think you have to work hard enough to make the man want you. If he want you, he will make the time for you.
mm,
He will go out of his way to be with you.
mm,
It have to come natural, no force, no do no extra
mm,
curriculum activity for the man get you.
mm.
You just keep it on a level where him have to go time will just to talk to you, a text a day, a good morning. You understand?
Oh wow, I agree with you. I read
Him,
something last week that says people make time for who and what they want.
Of
So
course.
everything that you're saying right now that that man is gonna do for that woman to make her feel special is him
Mm-hmm.
investing time
And
into doing that.
and then it doesn't take a special occasion for you to have a candlelight dinner to send a little token. Those things come naturally. No, you're not for wait on no birthday, no
Mm,
special event, no Valentine's Day, a
mm.
little single rose, a little card, a little note, drop
Your
a little
mouth,
note
sweetie.
every now and then. And it will work. You know, that person definitely say, okay, it's not what they talk, but then again, you have a set of woman, man, I do them something there, and them I say, Lord, the man nagging, and every minute, him a text me every minute, and I call,
Baby.
hello, wake up and smell the coffee, the man want you.
Exactly. Sandra, oh my gosh, yo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my
And then I
gosh.
say,
You know,
then this is it. Then you have another set of you see the man them when I give them no knowings, no text, no call once in a blue moon. Them there the
mhm.
man them a run down.
Them run down. Sandra, oh my, one more clap for you. One more clap for you. You see, Sandra, that
And the
is
same
where,
thing for the man.
yeah, that's very true, but that is where society has shifted. We don't realize that if you have a woman and she texts you and call you and check up on you, she's not nagging
Yeah.
this because that she cares. If you have a man and him say, boy, baby, you know, say, it no look good where you party every night, or you know look good where you do this, or you look good. It's not the man that put you down or the man is a narcissist. The man cares about you. He's trying to
But
help you.
Andre, also you have those set of women and men then do everything to get the man during courtship. Them dress sexy, them fix up themselves, everything. Then do
Mm-hmm.
all of the dance. As soon as them get the man and them marry, them feel like say yeah, them have the man.
Them get comfortable.
Then get comfortable. So all of the sexiness gone,
Mm-hmm.
all of that gone, and that is where the cheating comes
Exactly. Oh
because
wow.
you know more dress beautiful for the man. You know dress appropriate. You know do the things and you know cook one little meal. You're too tired. You're the woman. You know work. You throw down yourself. You look like one mad somebody out on the road.
But you know what? You know what though? In defense of all women, I will say sometimes that is because of the man. Sometimes the man stops showing that person he was pretending to be. So in return, she
That's
start
why I
lose
say.
interest and say, you know what,
That's
me
why.
never maga bother go dress up sexy tonight again. Or you never bother go get me
That's
spin
why.
for me eyelash like how me used to do and
That's
all them something there.
that's why I said it go both ways.
Right.
You have to want the relationship and spice up your relationship. Me in my life with me see myself me get my husband me I go turn the go dancer.
Whoa. Well,
Me I go
Sandra, I have your number. I have to page you after the interview done.
I am done with you. Yeah. Me I go do all of the things them, maybe we have to and you know
You have to keep your relationship
yeah, after
spicy. Yeah,
spices.
you can't be boring.
Variety is a spice of
Yes,
life. I may
yes.
touch 50 and
And you know what?
just
You know the sexiest thing too. I like race severity is the spice of life. You know what the sexiest thing about a relationship is to me? That confidence. Having the
you have to
confidence,
have
yeah.
confidence.
Because I want to
Listen,
be out with my woman and I mean with it, I mean know she look good and she not like a seductive dress and I'm just standing at the bar, I sip on a little henny
listen,
and you know everybody I look on her, I mean I go over there like,
listen.
oh, I'm
You
just
see the man
confident.
them out there when are willing to tell another woman out the road say, listen, I am already taken. Them not ready yet. If them a go hide, so them taken already and them have a woman, whether it be by marriage or your baby mother or dating.
Yeah,
Tell a girl out
you're
the
supposed to
road,
let it
say,
know. Give her the option for make her know say wife in the home or me have a cat in the home and a baby boy. If you want give me a little 1 2 I will go and have a little fun on the side then.
me not look on you.
But let's get back to the topic at hand, Sandra. But all right, so you're saying basically that if the men that this woman is been dating, all of them is cheating on her. Would you blame her it on her, or would you blame it on the men that she's been choosing?
It go both ways, and yeah, it can be the type of man that she's choosing as well. You understand? Because as I said before, some women just go for one type of man.
Some
Them
man
have to
and
look
there's some man too,
them
some
have to
man only
look
go for
good.
some kind of woman, yeah.
Them have to have them have to drive certain car. Them have to do
Hmm.
this, and them not realize those are the men that are flirters, because them use all this expensive gadget and things that they have to get the woman them out there.
Exactly. And 90% of the times enough for them one night no work nothing. And the woman where work
Exactly.
hard own things them a come a road and flirt and
Because me
thing.
have friend like this, if you not drive what is
The
um
Range or the
the
Benz or the
range of the Benz,
BMW.
and
Yeah.
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 But the next car, expensive car, it's in my name start with M. I don't
Oh,
even
the
remember what.
Maserati.
Maserati. If
Yeah.
they not drive Maserati and all of these fancy car, me one lad I will do.
No, you see, my mom taught me my mom taught me a very important lesson, and I'm going to share this lesson with every man out there, you know, and I want you to take careful notes, you know, and it governs not only intimate relationships but social relationships also. All right. There's a movie called Brewster's Billions starring Richard Pryor. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, you know.
What's the movie name?
Brewster's Billions with
Maybe
starring
from his Richard Pryor, I probably watch it.
right. But during the movie, for those who don't know about it, he had a billionaire uncle who died. You know, he inherited some money, but there was a stipulation in the will, right? He can take $10 million and walk away, or he can spend $100 million without buying any assets and then come back to speak to the lawyers. So he takes the challenge, of course, because he wants to know, why do my uncle want me to spend $100 million just, but I'm gonna have some fun. So he has his best friend with him, and he's spending lavishly, and he's making all these thousands of new friends because he's just spending. When the $100 million was done, right?
Everybody disappear.
Everybody disappeared except for his real friend and a few new friends. But the more what his uncle wanted to teach him was, the more successful you become or the more wealth you have, is the more appealing you become to people. And when that is gone,
Yeah,
you have nothing.
you
So
have
what
nothing
my
at
mom
all.
taught me was, you know, Andre, if you want to find a woman who's gonna love you for you and marry you for you, number one, do not tell her that you're an award-winning author, that you're this, that you're that you do this, that you do that. Tell her you work at Burger King or McDonald's. Okay, if the
Andre,
relationship past 2 months, I'm make it come. If the relationship past 2 months and you decide to get serious, stay home one day and shit up yourself, or defecate, do up yourself, you know. And when she come home, just lay down there like you're sick and ask her for cleaning. Now you see, she take you up and clean you up and everything. Then you can reveal yourself and say, you know, hon, you know, Andre Porter, I'm a real name, and this is who I really am, and this is what I really, really, really do. But until then, no, the saga continues.
Andre, it's funny that you said that. The other day, about a couple months ago, I meet a guy, right? My friend introduced me to someone, and him start look me and thing, and he start to tell me him have him own a house, him have him business, him drive a Lexus, and I'm alone for talk. I said to him, I said, let I tell you this. I am not fascinated by the stuff that you have. And you know the reason why I want to talk to you? Because you have a show off. The first thing you start to fling in my face, you have this, you have that, you have that. And so when you look at woman, you not tell woman all of these things what you have, because 3/4 of them out there are there with you
Just
just
because.
because.
Amen. Amen.
And you
Amen.
see, down in the line, if you cannot afford to give that woman because you tell her you have this, she go walk with you. She go
Amen.
laugh in your face, she go laugh, she go walk with you. I don't want that. Don't come talk to me. Let me find out on my own. Say you have this and you have that.
Or better yet, let's build something together.
Let's start from scratch.
Yes.
And
Oh my God. Oh my God.
that is my aim with my future husband. Maybe him not born yet and him mother dead. Because me have too much what I want, and me not know. Me not even know if real love or thing or just infatuation. nowadays. All of the good man them already taken.
No, you can't say that because you have good men out there who are saying the same thing that all the
Ah,
good women are taking. But you know, Sandra, you're a good woman. You know, it's 2020. Are we speaking nothing but greatness? You know, in over your life for 2020. Before we go, Sandra, let me ask you this: what word of advice would you give to a young man or a woman out there who's looking for genuine love?
As I said before, take time to know the person, even if you have a $1 billion showdown on you, as what you said
Hmm.
before. Now go on like now shoot it in the person face, cause then the relationship are gonna be so all for that.
Yeah, act
Just
like you don't have
run.
nothing. Beg them buy you
Yeah.
some food. Beg them buy you something for drink. Beg them a bus fare for go somewhere. Beg them buy you a shirt, a shoes or something at all. And if them do it, I know skin up them face and go tell everybody how you did hungry
Oh,
and this and that and answer and
and they
come
have
for
to feed you and
yeah, me
all
have to
of these
feed you
things.
and
You
everything.
have to take time. Most
Yeah.
relationship people just are jumping at it nowadays without
You have to
knowing the
test. You have to
person.
test people.
And yeah, it always be based on sex,
Yeah,
sex,
sex.
sex, 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 sex.
You know, this is the last thing I'm gonna say for all the gentlemen out there, and I say it on Facebook over and over and over. For a woman to really captivate my heart right now, it's gonna take a lot more than just having a good vagina. You know what I mean? And with that being said,
Hey,
Sandra, on the
it's
women out there, I want to say to the women out there also, for a
it's a
man to get
lot
your
more
attention,
than that.
yeah, let them bring something more than
Lot
sex.
more on the big booty and the China made body.
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
You have to can
Thank you.
there's so much other area in a relationship than being just look good at the China made body and some of them can even know for boil water.
That's the next topic for next day, Sandra. We're not gonna give them that right now. But again, I want to say thank you very much for all your support over the years. Thank you for being a dedicated fan and supporter of Speak It TV. And I'm wishing you nothing but prosperity, health, and success and happiness
Yeah, I want
for
to come a Silicon
2020.
bus to a restaurant.
Yeah, man. Me, we talk off the ear, man. Me, we talk off the ear. All right. All right,
Country, have a
princess.
good one and
Yeah, man.
thanks for making me a part of your program.
Definitely, princess. Enjoy your day.
Same to you.
You're welcome. Wow. This is Speak It TV. This is the Speak Up show where you call in and you speak up about issues that's bothering you, things that can help to motivate or inspire somebody else, help them to find therapy, or help them find peace. All right. I hope you enjoyed the interview. Remember to share it. Remember to like it. Remember to comment. Remember when your significant other comes home, you can replay the interview with them. You know what I mean? And help to find a better solution towards, saving the relationship and building relationships. All right? This is Speak It TV. Speak It TV, where we encourage you to speak your greatness into existence.